What up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you're finding reasons to smile, laugh, enjoy life. Appreciate everything and everyone around you. I am obviously live. I am obviously at work, in the vehicle, once again, and I swear the shadows always look spooky. Anyway, so you guys haven't seen the new video yet. Before I say anything else, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. Leave me a positive comment down below. Um, if you want to support this channel in any way, I got all my links in the description from a PayPal for donations, aloveproductions for t-shirts, hats, and mugs. Um, And right now, I even have one pair of sweatpants. Um, Part of the Love Yourself collection. Um, what else do I have? Got all my social media down below. And if you're not following me on social media, I just posted like crazy in my stories on Facebook and on Instagram. So you're kind of missing out. So check out the links down below. You can follow me, support me again any way you'd like to do that. Um, Speaking of support, speaking of support, once again, my vehicle is somewhat out of commission. Right now, what's going on, and you'll see it. I got a video lined up to go live after this live stream. Um, and the funny thing is, the video started off very peaceful, very grateful, and just trying to put in positive energy. And then by the time I got home, I was a little frustrated because once again I got a new issue with my. Technically, it's not a new issue. It's an issue I had maybe a year ago, but it has, reared its ugly little head again, along with what the issues I already have with it. I've constantly had issues with my belt and the pulleys and the exhaust. I've had some reoccurring issues with my Jeep, and you all know how much I love my Jeep. But anyway, what's happening now is only when I'm in park, when I whether I turn when I'm turning the vehicle on or I'm done driving and I put it back in park, the car wants to accelerate. Right? Like the RPM dial on the car. Right? I'm not a car person, so forgive me, but this thing right here. So when I put it in park, it goes all the way up to the two, and it just stays there. And when I first turn on the car, it might, after a minute or two, slowly start to go back down, but it still revs. Um, and then again, if I actually attempt to drive it, which I didn't drive it tonight because I'm getting just a little too nervous because I know what happened. I know, the lot more I do that, the more that it's just going to become a very dangerous situation. Um, you know, and once again, I have this dilemma of I'm just now finally getting to where I feel good about what I have in my bank account. I feel like I'm saving money to take care of things I need to take care of, like trying to get my husband here from Morocco. Um, and I feel like I'm still struggling with my credit cards, but I am trying to like I'm almost about to hit on one of my credit cards. I'm almost about to hit a point where like I feel like I accomplished at least a tiny bit of something. And this morning, and you'll see it in the video. I kind of try to make it, you know, entertaining as much as possible. But I did ended up getting impulsive and trying to bring it to my mechanic, the one that I always go to, and I guess God had other plans because my mechanic is on vacation. The whole shop is closed down until after the 4th of July. Um, and I really don't want to go and get estimates at other shops because I really don't have the money, and I know if I go to them, they'll give me some kind of break or they'll help me out in some way. So um, that's the other reason why, like, I would rather just stay with my own mechanic. And all you car people, you know, once you found a mechanic that you trust, and now once you find someone you like, you keep going back. So, um, and that's where I'm at right now. And the other thing is, even if I go broke trying to fix what I can, I'm still not gonna be able to fix everything. And so in some respects, it was a godsend. You know that the mechanic was actually closed, so I can like calm down a little bit and just let myself go through the motions and finally calm down. Um, but I'm also trying to sell some of my artwork. You'll see which paintings I want to sell in the video after the live stream. Um, the heck was that? Oh, there's just like a truck going by. Hello, how are you? Hit that like button. Appreciate it if you do. Um, but I've lost my train of thought because of that, because I got spooked. But you know, I know good things are coming, and that's why I'm trying to stay in a positive mindset. Luckily right now the weather is nice. We're in the middle of the summer, so if I have to start taking the train for a little while, so be it. But I really want to get my car fixed. I really could use a better reliable vehicle. Um, you all know what my dream car is, and you know, and then of course on top of that, and like, what's the worst thing for me is, I have a lot of debt, and my husband has debt. And those of you who don't already know, yes, I am married. My husband lives in Morocco. The short story is, I got married in Morocco in 2012. We did the immigration thing. They didn't believe that we have a legitimate marriage. We couldn't give them any more proof. It took them 3 years to tell us that, instead of just telling us that in the beginning, so we can like establish what we need to establish or do what we have to do. But 3 years in, and my husband is still in Morocco because I haven't been, neither one of us have the money to get a lawyer. None of us have the money, neither one of us have the money for um, the immigration process, because that alone is over $1,000, like the full process, The whole thing is over $1,000. I think it's close to $2,000. And then to get a lawyer could be anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. If I can get and if I can get some money up, soon, to at least start the first part of the process, to start up, the lawyer I met with back in January, if she's still willing to give us the same price quote that she did, I've been trying to save up for that, but then every time something happens with my car or something comes up, like I panic and I get impatient and I end up fixing my car just to have it run a little longer. I mean, my Jeep doesn't even have AC, and it hasn't had AC in 2 years because I haven't. I'm struggling. You know, and I don't even want to talk about the struggling. I don't want to talk about the struggling because I don't want to put that energy out into the universe. I don't want to put that out. My prayers have always been my prayer. The first when I pray to God or talk to the universe or whatever, because I know not everybody believes in God, but when I pray to God, because I do believe in God. When I pray to God, I start off with thanking Him for everything. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for you know my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for keeping me employed for the last 15 years. Thank you for letting me be employed in the same place for the last 15 years. Thank you for always watching out for me and my family. Thank you for always, you know, having given us just what we need. But then I get into, but I thank you for all this. Please continue to look over my family. Please give us the means to not have to rely on other people. Give us the means to be able to take care of our health. Give me the means to be able to pay down my debt, help my husband. And you all know, if you've watched my videos, you've watched my vlogs, you know my bigger dreams. You know this tool of social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. You know, I put myself out there because yes, I want to grow my channel and I want to take care of my family and I want to share and do what I love and get paid for it. I'm not gonna hide that. Yes, I want to. All right, I want this to be my career. Technically, it already is my career. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm doing it out of love. I'm doing it because it's something I love to do. But the bigger vision is not only to inspire other people, but to help people have the means to go after their dreams. I was talking about this in my last live stream towards the end. So if you weren't there, you didn't know about it, right? You probably didn't watch it that far in. But since we're only 12, 15, 13 minutes in, one of my biggest visions is to start owning property, you know, and counter the regentification that's going on, specifically where I live. And, you know, I wanna not do subsidized rent or whatever. I wanna work with people to, what I wanna do is, whether they're homeless, whether they're, you know, the, you know, they're like in between, not being able to get government assistance and still not making enough to make ends meet, or you're part of the working poor. What up, Nicole? How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hit the like button. You know what to do. I appreciate you being here. But my vision is to, give people, low income people, people that are struggling, a place to live where we look at all their finances, what is reasonable for them to pay for rent, because everybody's level is at a different thing. Not raise their rent just because they make an extra $2 or they happen to work an extra 40 hours that month, for 1 month or whatever. But we, I want to make, I want to get, you know, I want to help people to be able to afford where they live and help them work on their finances and their education and their dreams and help them to manifest those dreams. So, if it's a working, someone that has kids and, they're doing the best they can, but they're not making a living wage, and even with the subsidized rent, still not making ends meet, I want to be able to sit down with that person and go, all right, let's look at all your finances, your bills, your how much you pay for food. If you have a car, how much do you pay for your car, and how much can you reasonably pay for your housing. And the stipulation will be that you meet with a financial advisor once a month, and you meet with either a social worker or whoever that can help you. If you're trying to start your own business, you want to go to school, you want to, you're someone that wants to get into color, maybe you want to be a chef, whatever your dream is, whatever you really want to do with your life, you want to work towards owning your own home. I want to have people in place to meet with those that live in the property that I'll own, to be able to do those things, because that's what stops so many people from going to school. I know there's people that figure it out, and they go to school, and they use what they have to be able to do what they want to do, you know or get that education or whatever. But a lot of people feel stuck, and a lot of people don't know how. And like even me, I'm not necessarily one of those. I mean, I've been here for 15 years. I appreciate my job. I'm grateful for having it for 15 years, but I don't get paid enough to move out on my own, and I'm 42 years old. You know, and I couldn't move out right now anyway because I'm a caregiver for my mother. So, but on top of that, like I said, you know, and shout out to not. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Nicole. One way or another, we're gonna make our dreams happen. You know, we hit speed bumps. You know, one thing I really need to look into. I need to stop dragging my feet and really kind of focus on it. Is I need to start listening to the last Love Lift track I made. Forget the guy Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He talks a lot about how how people, if you learn how teach yourself how to do it, how you can make a good living off of eBay. You know, whether you're going to garage, yard sales, and you know buying a bunch of coffee mugs, because I guess coffee mugs sell really well or going to like the Dollar Tree, or going to like the dollar section at Target or whatever, and then reselling, finding out how much it sold for on. Well, I don't know if there's another platform like that, but or like even on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. But you know, and he's got a couple of videos, Gary V, where he shows when he goes to a yard sale and he buys all the Hot Wheels, or he buys a bunch of coffee mugs, or whatever, right? And then he shows, he'll show that he looked it up on eBay for how much it got sold. Because if you say you go on eBay and um, you look up, um, I'm trying to think. I'll give you an example because I did this myself, right? Because when he showed how he does it, or how you could do it, I was trying to think about what I have around my house that is just there that maybe like I can see how much it would actually sell for on eBay. So I have old Hot Wheel cars, from when my brothers were kids, and things of that sort. And I have an old fire truck. I was like, well, how am I gonna find out, find this exact one? Something like a Hot Wheel car, or like the little Beanie Babies, they probably have a serial number or a copyright date or something on it. So if you go on eBay and you look up Hot Wheels fire truck, the one I have is actually copyrighted for, I think, like 1976, right? So I looked up that that year fire truck, and I think there's a model number on there. I forget. And then in the filter, if you go to filters and you scroll down, you'll see where it says, um, I forget exactly what it says. It either says finished auctions or completed items sold or something like that. It will show you how much the item sold for. And I looked up the Hot Wheel, and mind you, this is a Hot Wheel that's been in my house for years, right? So technically, I got it for free because it was from when I was a kid. It sold. I saw online that it sold for like $6. Now, Money Magnet, what is it, girl? What's so much love for coming in? I appreciate you, right? Or say like the coffee mugs. I think even like say like the Hallmark coffee cups. Say you have one that you don't use anymore, but you see that it has, like a serial number or a code on it. Go to eBay, try to look up that specific coffee cup. Again, look under items sold or completed auctions, and you can see how much it sold for. And you might think, getting $6 for. Yeah, like, uh, you know what I'll do for you, Nicole? Right? I'll look up the last one he did. I'll look up he calls it trash talk. The videos that he shows himself going to um, yard sales and then flipping what he buys on to eBay. Right. And if you go to a yard sale, right? If somebody's selling a bunch of wrestling guys or He-Man, they're probably selling it for $1, buy the whole box for 20 or whatever. If you get all those things and you go on eBay and you look up each item and you see how much it sold for, and then you post it, granted, with eBay, there's fees involved, and then you have to worry about packaging and all that. But look at it this way, right? Say for the Hot Wheels, for $6. I don't know exactly what the breakdown of the fees were, but let's say hypothetically it's $1 for the eBay fees, and then it's probably like another dollar or something to buy an envelope and send it in the mail, right? You still end up with a $4 profit, especially if it's something that's already in your house. And if you bought it at a garage sale and you bought it for $1, you still get it. You might be like, what's a $2 or $3 profit, right? But if you're doing that multiple times, that $3 is gonna add up. That $3 is gonna add up. And if you get certain items, there's some items that will sell even more than that. Coffee mugs sell, he's shown coffee mugs that have sold. He's shown coffee mugs that he bought for 50 cents and sold it for $15. Or he got like a He-Man. I think like the He-Mans will sell for like $12, $13 depending on the condition of it. And stuffed animals, depending on the stuff, like Super Mario Brothers stuffed animals or the Beanie Babies. You get them for a quarter at a yard sale. You go and you sell it for, you look on eBay and see that it's sold for $30. Who cares about the little bit of a fee? You're still gonna make, a return. And if you got it for $1 or you got it for 50 cents, you know, paying whatever the fee is and the shipping cost, just take it as, okay, that technically I bought it for. If you add that to what you actually paid for it, go, okay, then I spent $5 to get the cup, and I'm getting a $12. Say it sold for 15 or $20. You're still making a huge profit off of it. And he's the guy said that he's showed homeless people how to do this, or told homeless people to do that, and they've gotten themselves out of being homeless. He said you can make anywhere from. Here's an example. The first trash talk that he did, right? I did the first and the second one. The first one he did, he might have spent maybe $50 to $75 total between all the um, yard sales that he went to, and he turned a profit of over $1,000 for one weekend of going to the going to the yard sales, looking up the listings, and posting it. The next week he did it, he made like $200 or $300, and I think he spent maybe like say 50 between 50 and $100. So even if he only made 300, he still made a $200 profit off of what he bought. So after I do that, after I finish with the stream, I'll look up a couple of the trash talk videos, and I'll send them to you, so you can check them out for yourself. And look, and this is a guy. This is a guy that doesn't need the money. He doesn't need to be doing this. He has a multi-million dollar. He's got multi-million dollar companies. He's a motivational speaker. He makes hundreds of thousands of dollars doing motivational speeches around the world, on top of his other businesses. Right? So he doesn't need to do this. He does it because he loves the hustle. He loves, he loves that. He loves doing stuff like that. So he does it when he has the spare time. He goes to yard sales. All right, this multi-million dollar CEO, motivational speakers going to yard sales. you know. And he says it all the time. He says, go to the yard sales. If you can't go to yard sales, go to the go to the flea markets or go to like the Dollar Trees in the dollar section or the or even like go to like the Marshalls or the Walmarts and maybe Marshall. I don't know if Marshall is out in out the West Coast, but like go to like TJ Maxx or something where they might be selling Nikes for $20. You buy 3 boxes of those Nikes, you resell them on eBay, and turn see find out how much they're selling for on eBay, or even you can even do it on Facebook Marketplace where I don't think there's any fees yet. You know, look, I don't know how on Facebook how you can look how much it was sold for, or if it actually what's been. I sure there's a filter where you can find out what's been sold and for how much. But I haven't really looked deep into it to find out. But I mean, and there's some videos where he's talking to other people. He goes, "All right, you say you don't have no money." He's like, "This is what you do. You go to Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. You look for the free section, right? And even if you have to take the bus to go do it, he's like, someone, if you if you like say someone has a coffee table or a nightstand and they just want to get rid of it, you pick it up for free. You repost it to Facebook Marketplace, even Craigslist or eBay. You tag on whatever price, or if you can find that item on there already and see how much it's being sold for. You just picked it up for free. You sold it to the other guy. Sold it to somebody else for $50, $10, $30. You know. I mean, and as far as that, I'm talking about this like I'm doing it. I'm not even doing it. I know I should be doing it. It's why I haven't threw out the Hot Wheel cars yet. Because I do intend to do it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I get preoccupied with everything else going on in my life. But, hello, 99. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I hear you. Well, here's another thing that Gary Vee says. And, I've kind of adopted that as far as my social media stuff and something to keep me motivated to keep doing it. It takes one piece of content for everything to change. One piece of content for everything to change. You know? So, and that's why I post on multiple platforms. That's why I share everything, I post to eBay. I post to YouTube. I post to Facebook in multiple pages. I post to Twitter. I post to Instagram. I post to LinkedIn. The only ones I don't use is Reddit, because I don't I never I have honestly haven't really looked into it. I have a Pinterest page, but I don't really use it, utilize it, but I do use at least 5 social media platforms. And granted, on the other ones, I may not be as consistent. You know, there might be a couple of days or even a week where I don't really post much. And there'll be days like today where I'm like posting, 25 different stories. The same way you do on Facebook. You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? Tomorrow night I could probably show you, because if I show you tonight, I'd have to start a new stream to show you. Because now, eh, I don't know if it's through all. No. Alright, you're on Android, so you know at the bottom, you see at the bottom where like it'll show like you should have like four different little icons at the bottom of your Instagram screen, right? Look at it on your phone. I don't know if you're watching me from your phone, but don't do it from your laptop. Do it from a phone or whatever, but open Instagram at the very bottom. You see the little circle in the middle that has the plus sign? But okay, so you might be able to visually see it. Right? So you know there's like four different icons at the bottom. The little circle with the plus sign. Click that and it's going to show whatever photo or video you have in your phone, and you can post that. You can only post videos up to a minute long, and then you can post. And for the story, you press on your profile picture up in the left hand corner, right up near where you see everybody's stories. You click on your face, right, and it will bring up the story page. It'll give you the choice whether you want to type something, post a video, do a live, whatever, right? If you want to post multiple, if you hold the picture for the story, it will give you the option to post multiple photos. If you want to do one at a time, if you want to do one video or one photo at a time for your stories, after you load the first one, if you hold it again, it'll give you a little thing will pop up. It will say add another story or delete or something like that. The other, I don't know if it does it for all phones, but the other thing you can also do for the stories specifically is swipe right, and the camera, the story feature will should open if you swipe to the right. So those are the two ways you can. And for Instagram stories, if you want to load to Instagram stories, on the top right hand side, at the top right hand side, you have the arrow for the direct message, and right next to it, it doesn't look like a TV screen, but that little rectangle thing right next to the arrow, if you click on that, that will bring you to IGTV. And then when you're on IGTV, up in the right hand corner, you'll see the plus sign. That's where you can add a video. But tomorrow night, if you come in, if you let me know, message me tomorrow night to see if I'm gonna go live. If I'm up to going live tomorrow night, I'll share my phone screen and I'll show you exactly what to do if you don't figure it out before tomorrow night. I'll do a tutorial live stream and show you. I almost did that for tonight, but I decided not to. Not a tutorial, but I was gonna share my phone screen to show people in the live what paintings I'm trying to sell, because I'm trying to raise money for to fix my car again, um, and just to because because I'm really kind of getting to the point where, you know, where I'm trying to prioritize things more, and I really want to work on saving money to get my husband here. You know, hello, Mary. Is it Mary or Mavy? Mavy. How are you? Thank you for coming in. He's alright. 99's alright though, Nicole. He's alright. He's a friend on Facebook. So, but yeah, try not to get too personal. You know, if you want to know people's Instagram, you can check out their channels. But 999, you gotta remember that, you know, especially in this day and time, you know, these days you have to be a little more cautious, you know, and slowly develop trust. Because too many crazy things are happening around the world, you know, it's putting everybody on edge. So, true. But, yeah. But 99, as far as like you want to know people's Instagrams, go check out their channels and maybe they have it listed. And remember, this is a public, you know, this chat is public, so everybody's seeing what you're asking. So, but I'm glad, you know, I got a couple people in here tonight. I really appreciate it. And I'll have a video up as soon as I end the stream. I have a video ready to go right after the stream. And in that video, if you don't already follow me on Instagram or Facebook, that video will show the photos, the paintings that I'm trying to sell. Um, and I'll leave it at that. You guys can see what photos and what I'm asking for, and you know, from that in that video. So, but you can also help if you don't want to buy a painting, or if it's too much, but you want to help in some way. I do have a PayPal. That link is in my description. So, you know, any way you can support, even if you just share out my videos or share out any of my content, you know, it's all helpful. I'm trying to get my husband here. I'm trying to pay my debt down. I'm trying to get my car fixed. All my stuff is in my description. It's listed too, so you can see what it. You know, I started the first two things. The first couple things you will see are my PayPal, my aloveproductions.com link for the website, and my it's I think the no, it's either the Facebook or the Instagram that is at the very, you know, the first three links you see, and then after that you'll see it listed: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, other Facebook, radio show. So everything, you know, is always in the description. And on my about page. Everything should be on my about page too. So even if you don't look at the description and you see and you just you know you randomly that you want, that you want to contact me or whatever, the same information is on my about page. I'm trying to do it right. But yeah, that eBay thing, and I don't know your reasons, Nicole, why you don't like eBay, but I've always been a little weird when it comes to eBay myself, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't, it's one of the reasons I haven't pursued it yet. Like I'm a little, there's a part of me that's a little wary about it, but there's the other part of me that's like, you say you need extra money, so try. You know? Cheshire, Cheshire, thank you for coming in. I am doing okay. I am without my personal vehicle, but I'm okay, and you'll find out why in my next. I already said it in the beginning of this too, but my car is technically out of service right now, um, and until further notice, unless I can sell a couple of photos, a couple of photos. If I can't sell a couple of paintings, I'm trying. I really have to make a choice whether I'm fixing my car or I'm saving money, because I'm not gonna get any overtime for who knows how long. The last of my big overtime was this past weekend when I was with the horses. Those weekends I get a considerable amount of money in in overtime. So, but I need money. I need more money to come in. Thank you. And like I got a video coming up right after this, with some paintings. I'm trying to hold on. The next video, my next video is gonna go up after the stream with a couple of paintings that I'm trying to sell to try to raise money. Um, there are prices listed. If you see something you like, you think you can afford to buy it, and even though there's price listed, I'm taking best offers. And if it's still too pricey, even if all you can do is donate to, it's I've posted the art pieces on my Facebook and on my Instagram as well. Um, but if you don't think you can afford it and you want to help in some way, I also have my PayPal in the top of my description. So any way you can support, if you want, even if all you do is share out my PayPal or share out the video with the paintings in it, or if you're on my Instagram or Facebook, probably my Facebook is better to share out, because I know Instagram you can't really share, unless you direct message somebody. But you know, again, all my links are in the description. Any way you can support, whether you're sharing, donating, buying something, any way you can support, you know. I appreciate it. I got a couple of donations last week, and I put those donations directly to my credit card. Obviously I had to put it on my bank account, but once it cleared in my bank account, I used it to, make an extra payment to my credit card. And I know you guys are just coming in, but again, my t- the top my top things, the top things I would really like to be able to accomplish, or you know, it, either maintain or accomplish, is one, save money to be able to bring my husband here from Morocco. Two, pay down my debt. Three, get my vehicle situation better. Either get enough money to fix it to the point where it's gonna last at least 6 months, where I don't have to worry about it, or somehow be able to get some kind of new car. I don't necessarily need a car, especially in the summer. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. No, stand tight. I gotta go check something because I am at work. So give me a moment. So someone was trying to park in the parking lot, so kind of had to chase them off. Just making sure they leave before I go back and park. I hear you. Nicole, don't worry about it. I know you do the best you can to help me. You show love when you can, you share when you can, you watch when you can. You know, I know, I understand. My mother's on a fixed income as well, and I personally have to pick and I mean, I obviously have to pick and choose what I do as well. You know, like right now with my vehicle, it's either you know, tap into what I've already put into what I've just put into my savings. I used a little bit on my credit card, or I let my car sit until I feel like I can afford to do something. So thank you. I will check that out in a little bit once I'm off the stream. What racetrack? My racetrack? Uh, well, I'm still here working, and they haven't started anything yet. I mean, you won't see the horses here anymore, but until they start tearing stuff down, you're not gonna, you'll probably still see stuff randomly in my videos. Alright, I gotta put you down again so I can park. Okay, before I move. Check out the bunny. It's a bunny. It's a bunny. They're all over the place around here. I gotta try to turn this. So my new issue with my car, because I know you guys weren't here when I first started, but my current issue with the car, I already had a different issue going on. I've had a reoccurring issue with the belt and the pulley, and I've been having issues with the power steering a little bit when I try to park, but that's been kind of random. But right now, the most recent thing and the reason why I'm hesitant to drive is because um, it's kind of at the point where it's a little unsafe. It's kind of unsafe to drive. Um, when I, you know, if I'm driving, the car will drive okay. There's no like other than the squeaking from the belt, the chirping from the belt. It's fine. But when I put it in park or I start my car, it revs up. It accelerates. Like the RPMs, right? When I turn on my car, when I turn on my car or if I put it in park, the last couple of days, it revs up to the 2 mark. And it stays there. It doesn't come back down. That's in park. I'm not driving. If I just start my car, it'll rev up and it'll stay there for a minute and very, very slowly go down to maybe 1.5. But it won't go all the way, yeah, high. But like if I'm at a stop light, if I'm at a traffic light and I got my foot on the brake, it doesn't do it. It only does it in park. It does it in park and when I start the car. But if it actually comes down to where I feel like I can drive, like if I stop at a stop sign or a traffic light, it doesn't continue. It only starts up again if I put it in park. Put it in park. Yeah, and as far as the steering, it does tighten up a little bit randomly, and that's the other thing. It's not even consistent. It's not like right the last 2 days. It's consistently been revving up when I put it in. When I start the car, But say if I take a chance, like last night, I took a chance and drove it. It didn't, you know, it didn't accelerate while I was driving, or again at a traffic light. And this morning I did try to bring it to my mechanic, but he's on vacation. Of course, when I came back from trying to go to the mechanic, it didn't do that. I have no idea. I honestly have no clue what's going on with it, and it doesn't matter because even if it's only, it's one thing that maybe $100, a couple hundred, maybe 200, I might be able to pull something off, but because I know I have other issues with the car, like I know it's gonna be more than I can afford, and even 100 or 200 is, yeah. Well, I did, was it the throttle last time? Accelerator or whatever. I've had the idle issue before, and I think it was was it the throttle? I don't remember if it was the throttle or if it was the accelerator or whatever. But that was like that particular thing was last year. The belt issue. I've had the belt issue. I got the belt replaced multiple times over the last year, and I've had the pulley, one of the pulleys replaced a couple like 6 months ago, and it's still giving me issues. It's still chirping and giving me issues. And I just took a quick look, and I thank you for the PayPal. It truly means a lot. Well, they've always done pretty good work for me, but you know, and they've helped me out a few times. So, and I honestly don't know. I know there's plenty of mechanics, but I'm not sure who to take it to around here. So, and if I had enough cash, I would try to see if my cousin or somebody could try to, you know, just buy the parts. See if I could buy parts and see if my cousin could help me fix it. But I don't even have cash. It really means a lot. I'm not saying. I mean, you know, because I feel like, and the reason why I don't like to talk about, you know, the cost of artwork or anything like that. My brother's not a mechanic. He's not educated enough in that to be able to say it's this or that or whatever. Well, it's not a cousin that I'm in regular contact with, but apparently there's one cousin that I know that I have that supposedly knows how to fix vehicle stuff, things in a car. But you know, even though he's my cousin, I know he's gonna want a few dollars for trying to fix it. And regardless of even if he didn't want anything for fixing it, I still need the money to get the parts. Yeah, but like I said, as far as talking dollar amounts, I try not to talk too much about that in my videos or in streams because I feel like that's a personal thing. But even when it comes to my paintings, I tell people if you happen to have been watching a video or you saw one of my art pieces, if you see one that you like, screenshot it and either email me at the email address in the description or private message me on one of my social medias. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. I know you don't like to do on you know online things with like debit cards or whatever, Nicole. That's the only thing that you'd have an issue with eBay is I think you have to have either a bank account or credit card attached to your thing. I think you can do it through. I know they do PayPal stuff too, but I don't know if you could do everything through PayPal. And either way, even with PayPal, you have to connect the bank account to it so you can get them. Well, do you? Maybe you know. I think with PayPal, you can actually get a check sent to you. I think they take a small fee if you offer to get the check, but and stuff. But but yeah. And hey, speaking of artwork and paintings and money, I know you're on a fixed budget. Yeah, no rush. But if you still want that rose waterfall painting, Sharpie drawing, it's not a painting. The rose waterfall. Let me know when you can, and if you still want it. I still have it. It's still yours if you want it, and when you can. and you know, private message me, and we'll talk about a price. I think we talked about a price, but I don't remember what it was. That was so long ago. So when if you private message me, tell me what you think you can afford. When you have the money to do it. You know. And the same thing with the t-shirts. or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise you if you actually get the drawing. The only issue with the drawing though is I still haven't gotten around to doing it, which is one of the other reasons why I say no rush. Is I need to find like those cardboard type picture frames that like sometimes they put like awards in or whatever. Like I need to get something like that to help that so when I send it through the mail, I need like a hard cardboard that I can put the drawing in and then put it in an envelope so the envelope doesn't bend. Because I don't want it to get damaged on the way to whoever I send it to. I'm still working on that painting, and that one's for Night Strix. He requested it. Um, I have to get to. I gotta get to a Michaels or a AC Moore to get, or I gotta pick up a couple of more markers, because I need a black oil Sharpie. I have black Sharpies, but they're the regular Sharpies, and you know, they don't blend the same way as the oil ones do. And I really want to get the oil ones, and I'm running out of white, so I need to get some thinner white, the smaller white ones, the thinner ones. no, no worries. No worries. And I ordered some of my I already ordered some of my own stuff, so I'm gonna be slowly be. I ordered. So check this out. I haven't like promoted it yet because I feel like I need to work. I need to get back into the. I need to work on my website a little bit. Um, but I designed a pair of sweatpants, or I put one of my designs on a pair of sweatpants. Um, and I just ordered all my coffee mugs. I have four coffee mug designs. And I just ordered all four of them. The other, I already ordered one. I ordered the other three, waiting for those to come in. When I have all four mugs, I'm gonna showcase them. Um, what else did I do? I added. I'm slowly but surely gonna start. I want to start doing more on my store because I've really neglected it. I was even thinking of doing a 4th of July sale, but I thought about it too late. And I really, what I might do is if I can push myself to work on it a couple days a week, at least twice a week, or like maybe on my days off when I'm bored and not doing anything, push myself to go grab my laptop and, because there's a few things that I'm trying to do with my shirts right now. One, I'm trying to make them all tagless because a lot of the shirts all have tags in the shirt. But now I can get now I can get the print on the inside of the shirt. It costs me a little extra money, um, but I'm trying to keep all my shirts reasonably priced. Like doesn't matter right now. No matter what shirt you buy and what size you buy, they're $25. The only thing that's either more or less, The coffee cups, I think, are 14. I think like $12 or $14, something like that. And I think the sweatpants, unfortunately, in order for me to make any kind of profit off the sweatpants, they're $40. I know that seems expensive, but when you stop and think about it, if you buy sports memorabilia, you know that costs a lot more. If you've bought in anything from any content creator, they charge right about that anyway. Like, I don't know what big YouTubers anybody watches, or like even like the makeup stuff. I appreciate you, Nicole. And no worries, you know the people that come in here on a regular basis. Even if I don't see you every stream, and even if I don't see a comment on every video, I know you guys check it out when you can. You do what you can, and I'm here to reciprocate that. I'm here to, not necessarily, one, it's to pay back. It's not necessary to pay forward. Because when I think of pay forward, he's charging 35 now. I didn't even know that because I haven't been on. I don't really go into the streams as often anymore. I go in once in a while, but I don't go on a regular basis. But my t-shirts, my tank tops, my V-necks, the baseball tees, the three-quarter sleeve baseball tees, they're all $25. My profit is not, I don't get much of a profit because I'm keeping the price down, keeping the price where it is. But, you know, again, just like the YouTube channel, the t-shirts are a labor of love. And for me, it's more about getting the message out, the positivity out. And as that begins to, as that, once that starts to grow, yeah, I hear you. What I really need to do, right? What I really should do is, instead of a business card, which is nice, you just stick it up and it has your information on it. What I want to do is do more like a postcard type thing, where I have, maybe a collage picture that's and says aloveproductions, and lists, all the social media, at YouTube, blah 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 blah, at Twitter, blah blah, but have like something more visual for people to their eyes to gravitate to, kind of like the collages I do for my t-shirts at the end of my videos, but like show the t-shirts, show YouTube, show Twitter, you know, and stuff. Because I've made business cards, but you know, I probably should redo them. Well, that's if my car gets fixed. And at this point, who knows? But but yeah, let's and look. You want to know how little of a profit I'd make on some of my shirts, because not depending on the brand of shirt I use to get it printed on, because what you guys don't know from you know behind the scenes, You've seen me, I think one of my last weekend, one of my live streams, that's what I was doing. I was re-editing my some of my shirts, some of the shirts, and if you go back, I think it's actually the thumbnail too of me editing, or I think it's the what I think the thumbnail shows like basically a computer screen or whatever. But if you go and watch that live stream, you can see what I do, and you can even see me setting the price for the shirts, and you can see that I'm setting everything to $25, and you can see what my profit is. And on some of the shirts that most of the shirts either go to 3XL, they either go to 2XL or 3XL. Some of them do go to 4X, right? The 4X, because if you know anything about plus size clothing, anything over an extra large, they charge more for, right? They charge, an extra dollar, an extra $2, an extra $5, whatever it is, depending on how high up it goes past the 1X mark. Sometimes even the XL they charge a dollar more, depending on what shirt it is or where you go, whatever. The same thing. If I went with the preset amount that they want me to sell the shirts for to make a profit, a decent profit, they would, they preset it that way. But I reset it to be $25 per shirt, and on a 4X, I think my profit's only like $2 or $3. Thank you, appreciate that, Tennessee. And it is a very sad thing. I'm sad for like all the horsemen and the people that have called this place home for so long. I've been a security guard here for 15 years. Um, but and I primarily, my original position has always been down. I've always been down in the stables in one capacity or another. So I'm more familiar with that group of people. You know. Thank you. I try not to promote where exactly I work, but I really wanted to put something special together, and something to kind of really capture the essence of the stables and the horsemen and the people that made Suffolk Downs what was Suffolk Downs, that made Suffolk Downs, that made the track. I obviously couldn't go up to the grandstand because even to catch the race, I didn't want to get caught by my boss or anybody else of me recording anything. But the other thing is, you know, it was too crowded up there, and I had to get down to my post, and even to get the race that I recorded, you know, I literally had to record it and then run to my car and go to the entrance of the stable area because I had to relieve somebody. You have a good one. Thank you for coming in, Tennessee. And keep a lookout for my next video. It'll be up after this stream. You can watch it later. Um, and it's highlighting some paintings that I'm trying to sell so I can um, fix my Jeep again. And if you can't afford one of the paintings, any kind of donation, my PayPal is in the description as always. So whatever anybody can do, even if all you do is share out my content and let people um, know what I'm doing and what I'm about and how to help, it would be appreciated. You have a good one, Mr. Tennessee. Tennessee. Lord, I don't remember all any of the words. I wanna sing it anyway. Hip hop, hip hop, hooray. I gotta go party and I don't want to. I think I have to go to the bathroom. I don't wanna go to the party. I really don't wanna go to the bathroom. But I kind of feel like I have to. Or there will be a problem. I'm having a fight with my bladder. Now the question is, do I attempt to go to the gas station to go to the bathroom, or do I go in the building and walk a quarter mile to get to the bathroom? The walking is going to be harder, but there's no guarantee that the bathroom at the gas station is going to be open or functional. But I think I'm going to go try the bathroom over there instead. Um, all right. Someone's doing fireworks somewhere. All right. I think I'm going to end this. Um, and give me about 10 minutes and I'll um, make public my video. Keep a lookout for it. Um, of course, somebody comes in. Who else is here? Just as I'm about to leave, somebody just came in. I saw that. Hit the like button. Hit it. Hit that thing right there. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Say hello. Hit that like. My hair looks like crap. Like really looks like I need a haircut. I really, really need a haircut. I really, really need to go to the bathroom. And I'm being a doodle head. Alright. Once again, unless this person says hello, if you say hello, I will stay on. If you hit that like button, I will stay on. Otherwise, I'm going to end this. And I'm sure as I try to end this, somebody else is going to come into the live stream because that always happens. Every time I'm about to leave, somebody else comes in and goes, hey, what's up? And then I stay an extra 20 minutes. So, with that said, I will end this. And I'm going to procrastinate to see how long it takes for somebody else to come in. But I want to thank everybody for coming in, those that did, who came and hung out. Nicole, Cashier, 999, um, Tennessee, and I know somebody else came in, but I can't remember who. But I thank you all for coming in. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Cashier, thank you once again for the donation. Anyone else that wants to donate, anyone who wants to check out any of my social media, support me in any way, sharing out my content, you know, checking out my artwork or whatever it is. All my social media, my PayPal is all in the description below. And yeah, I, try not to get hard on myself, try not to dwell. I know good things are coming for all of us. With that, again, thank you for watching. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. And I will see you next time. And since you're still here, next video is in like 5 minutes. So hold tight. Much love.
Peace.